Welcome back one final time to Hot Roster today. Gary and Thorne, Cam Stewart still with you. Now breaking down a little hockey.
Yep.
We've got all three major sports taking place today, Cam. That is the beauty of Hot Roster, which again, as we always say, you can play at HotRoster.com or download on Android or iPhone. We are an equal opportunity app.
I got a crap phone and it looks fantastic on mine. So
the site looks real legit. Real legit. Okay, so let's
smooth fonts.
Let's break down the power play card. Just 6 matchups, as I mentioned, only the one card tonight because we just have 2 games. Detroit is playing the Rangers in New York. Toronto heads to Winnipeg to play the Jets. But let's start with that first game. Dylan Larkin against Henrik Zetterberg. Zetterberg is a half-point fantasy favorite, and we were not kind to Mr. Zetterberg a couple nights ago.
Well, he hasn't been great, right?
No, he hasn't.
This is tough on Hot Roster. You guys, you're really doing your homework. We got guys on the same line. This is troubling when you're breaking down these matchups, right? The thing I like about Larkin in this matchup, though, is the penalty minutes. Zetterberg has none. Larkin, he has 4. Ice time's basically the same, and Larkin in 3 games has a couple more shots. But this is basically a very, very difficult matchup. I lean Dylan Larkin. I'm going to go against Zetterberg again.
And I think this is the thing you have to do is you have to find these minute differences between these two guys because you mentioned, Cam, they play on the same line. So basically that means that plus-minus is likely to be very similar. Time on the ice is likely to be very similar. It's like penalty minutes, shots, and then it could honestly come down to who scores the goal, who assists, right? So it's a very, very tough matchup. The one difference I did find is that Zetterberg generally plays on the top power play line. Larkin plays on the second one. So you know what? Give me the half point. Give me the guy on the top power play line. I'm going to take Henrik Zetterberg. Do I think he's going to win 2 matchups in a row? I don't necessarily think so. But give me Zetterberg in this particular one. Let's move to Toronto now.
Yes.
James Van Riemsdyk against Austin 4 goals Matthews. Again, this is a tough one. These guys don't play on the same line, but it's just so hard to break down guys on the same team. The one thing that I was looking at is that there's this luster around Matthews, obviously. And any stat you want to say from this season, I mean, he leads the league in like even strength goals, like all this. That'll happen when you score 4 goals in a game. JVR last season, even though he was hurt, and this is a lot like, I don't want to say he's Evgeny Malkin because he's not. He's not that type and caliber of player, but much like last year where the point total for Malkin was sort of misleading because he didn't play in that many games, JVR was hurt last season, but still 2.45 points per 60 minutes. That was top 50 in the NHL.
No, it's good, but the thing about it is you break it down, Austin Matthews getting time on the power play unit too, even more so than JVR. And I'm looking at the time, he's playing more, the 4 goals. Yeah, I get it. You're not going to do that the whole year. That's a little bit of an interesting stat. But the thing is also more shots. He's got 8 shots comparison to 5. I think it's a really tight matchup, but Austin Matthews seems like the type of kid, even if Winnipeg's going to cover him, I could see him getting on the score sheet. Sign me up with the hot hand and Austin Matthews. It's kind of like a jockey, Garion. When they win, they tend to win in bunches, so I'm still going to ride Matthews for a while. I'm
going to take JVR in this one.
Nice.
But this is, I feel like this part of the card is like I know Gabe Morency always talks about the degenerateness of himself.
It's tough.
Playing like ping pong on the East Coast. Like this is if you love Hot Roster, these are some tough matchups.
This is like Morency, 4 o'clock in the morning betting on European handball.
Yeah,
tough matchups.
These are some tough ones.
Yes.
Derek Stepan against Chris Kreider.
This one I love.
I think Leland
Kreider.
Yeah.
No, there's a huge discrepancy here. I know with the small sample size, but Kreider, you said it, on fire. 3 goals, 3 assists, 2 power play points. 18 shots. Garion, what is going on with this guy? And Stepan's been good, 2 points, but he's got 10 shots. Kreider is a machine. He's winning in every category. I got to take Kreider in this matchup. This guy's possessed.
And even if you just ignore the points, I mean, he's got a goal and assist in every single
game.
Game so far this season. Exactly
nuts.
1. And they put up 7 points in their last matchup. Like, these are massive totals. I'm not expecting that much.
Done it in every game.
6 shots a game.
I know.
Like, that's just free points on Hot Roster. So, yeah, I got to go with Kreider in this matchup. Before we get out of here, let's talk quickly about both goalie props we have on the board tonight. Henrik Lundqvist and Michael Hutchinson, both 4.5 points over under. I think this comes down to who's winning these games, Cam, because the win is 3 points for goalies. Basically, like unless you're stopping 40 shots in the game, you need that win to crest into that 5-point territory. And I just think Lundqvist and Vegas would agree with me. The Rangers are the more likely team to win tonight.
You said it, Gary. And over under 4.5. Lundqvist will win tonight for the Rangers against the Red Wings. They had their big win. As for Hutchison, I think it's going to be interesting. I still lean over him. I'm not sure if they're going to beat the Maple Leafs, but I'll tell you one thing. We will see goals and rubber in that matchup. Yeah. I will take both goalies over 4.5 tonight.
Interesting. Okay, you know what? I guess I have to give an over-under. I would say that I'm more inclined.
To
I feel
take
better
Lundqvist.
About the Lundqvist over, but I'll take the Hutchinson over too. I think they win at home, and like you said, the Leafs, they play an open style of hockey. There's going to be a lot of shots on net. So we got your football covered. We got your baseball covered. We got your NHL covered.
Yep.
So for Cam Stewart, I'm Gary and Thorne. Thanks for watching today, guys.